Hello, everybody. It's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing WWE 2K25. It was developed by Visual Concepts and published by 2K and released on March 14th of 2025 on everything except the Nintendo Switch. It is considered the 25th game in the WWE universe and the 11th that's been made from 2K. Now, along with the original version that I'm playing, there's two other special versions that you could buy, known as the Dead Man version and the Bloodline version. And those ones allowed you to start playing the game a little bit sooner. You could get those ones on March 7th. Now, the main draw with this compared to last year is the added content that is in this game. They do have a lot of content in it, and it does play a lot better than last year's game. First of all, I have to point out there is over 300 players in this game. Now, that's and considering everybody from legends, current roster, Hall of Famers, honestly, people that weren't even from WWE. I mean, like Sandman and some other people are in this as well. So it's got like a ton of different playable characters in it, a bunch of different managers in it, and GMs and everything. Now, hands down, the main meat and potatoes of this game is the different modes that comes packed in this game. Now, first of all, I'm going to talk about something known as the Island. Now, this is only on PlayStation 5 and Xbox X. You can't play this on any other version of the game for some reason, where it's this weird WWE-themed world, almost like what they did with their basketball game, where you go out into the world and you take your created character and you can go around. You can do all kinds of different missions, meet up with other wrestlers, go to areas, and there's all kinds of stuff you do from just wrestling, and you earn points that you can use to get new gear and equipment and stuff. I'll talk a little bit more about the way you purchase these items, but yeah, it's like this weird world that you go around. It's online where you see a bunch of other people that you can actually play along with. Actually, it's pretty decent. It's definitely a little bit over the top when it comes to its theming, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting addition where you're basically working your way up to become ahead of the table along with Roman Reigns. Next up, I have to point out is Showcase Mode. Now, this one centers on the Bloodline Dynasty, and it's voiced by Paul Heyman himself, and it consists of you going through and playing basically different characters in the Bloodline. Everything from Yokozuna to The Rock to all these classic matches of the yesteryear are on here, and some of them even have it to where you can change the ending of it. Now, like the other ones, I think the last one was John Cena, I believe. Some of the stuff in there, you're forced to like lose or win. This one, it's got some aspects of some versatility that allows you to actually mix it up and not necessarily do exactly what they want you to do on it. I found it to be fun, very entertaining, and it was great going back and playing some of these older characters, even like Umaga and the rest of them. It's really kind of cool. Now, next up, this is like a big improvement, is the MyGM mode. First of all, right out of the gate, this can be played online with up to 3 other players. So you can have 4 players playing the MyGM mode at the same time. Honestly, and the different abilities you have in this of doing a draft, of drafting superstars to your brand, picking what brand you want, booking the shows, actually participating in being a GM and making yourself basically make lots of money and bring in the fans. Honestly, I'm impressed with the amount of content they've added to the MyGM mode this year. I never really liked it last year, but this one I found myself really getting into it and enjoying it. Next up is Sandbox mode, which, just like it says, it's Sandbox mode. It allows you to play around and do just about anything you want. It's got, all kinds of different options you can go in and do in this. And some other things I'm going to talk about here shortly. But the next mode in here is My Rise, the story mode. And this one is a little bit different. It's basically what I'm going to call an NXT takeover, where you play as your character and you also play as a female character that you create, and you have to deal with these NXTs, people coming over and taking over, trying to ruin WWE. And it's got twists and turns. It's got people that attack you. And honestly, it's pretty darn fun. It really is. It does have different dialogue options that you can do as you're playing. So honestly, the My Rise mode in the last one, I didn't really care that much for it. But this one also incorporates other WWE superstars into the mix to where it plays a lot better, especially since you're actually playing both a male and female character in this. So it was kind of cool this time. I kind of like the mix-up. And next up is the My Faction mode. And this is the one involving the Persona cards. These showed up last year and they're back this year. And I never really liked it because to me, it reminds me of NWA, NBA games with the damn, pretty much busting packs. You got to bust those packs to get different characters. And it unlocks different variants of wrestlers. And, it's not really too difficult to get these, but some of them you have a major grind behind the money they want you to, the in-game currency that you need to spend to get this. Now, yes, you can do certain events and other things that will unlock packs. And from these packs that you bust open, you'll get different cards, and you end up getting variants. And you also earn coins. But also, I've noticed with this mode, there's also you can do this online with your friends as well. There's also something known as locker codes, where every so often they'll actually give you a code and you put it in, and it will unlock a card for you and get your variant. And once you unlock these, they're unlocked across the entire game. You can use them on any single different mode, and it's kind of cool. But it's going to lead into something I'm going to talk about here at the end. Now, what else is in this besides all the different match types from before? You have intergender matches that have been brought into this one now, and underground, which is basically just like a ring with no ropes. The underground is nothing special there, but I did like the fact of the addition of intergender matches, and they brought back chain wrestling. So the chain wrestling is in this, and honestly, it's done in a way to where it's not as difficult as previous times, to where you can really get into a flow of it. And the other thing that I absolutely love, especially in sandbox mode, which I said earlier, is they brought back promos. You can cut promos, and this time you can have multiple options of what you're going to say and do when you cut a promo, which I love that they brought that back. That actually makes the game a lot funner, being able to do different things with your characters. Honestly, that's one of my greatest things I think they brought back was the promos. Now, the other thing I noticed is their visual fidelity. Some of the wrestling character models look damn near photorealistic, while others don't look really that great. Honestly, they keep improving them each year. The hair, it looks a lot better again this year, but like Randy Orton looks photorealistic. I mean, down to a T. But there's other things they've changed, like CM Punk. They've altered his tattoos. Everyone knows CM Punk has like a Cobra Commander tattoo and a Pepsi tattoo, Pepsi logo. Well, they've changed his tattoos. I understand why. That way they don't have to pay money for Pepsi and all that other crap. But the other thing is, as the wrestlers, as you play, you're used to them getting sweaty. But I actually noticed where you hit them, I don't think it's exactly correct, but they actually start bruising and they can get bloody and sweaty. And honestly, I love that addition. I didn't notice it last year if they bruised or not, but I swear this time, if you start cracking them in the dome or in the back with a chair or something, and not only does it ripple the chair and bend the chair, it actually starts bruising the shit out of the wrestler, which I actually appreciate. I think that's really, really great. Now, of all the things I've said about this game, I have to say the gameplay, it plays great. I've only had like one glitch where I stretched through the ropes, but other than that, the online modes, like the island mode, I've had it crash like 3 times. And I had to do like a hard reboot of my system to get the game to actually allow me back online. But other than that, I've had no issues with it. The one thing I don't like, though, is since they have a tie-in to all kinds of items and upgrades for your wrestlers and the cards, and of course, there's microtransactions out the ass in this. Yes, they got a sense to where, yes, it's a grind fest. So if you want to unlock some of these items or some of the cards, the Persona cards, it's downright disgusting. The fact that yes, you can do it if you grind a lot, but yeah, they kind of force it down your gullet. That it's a lot easier. You can just buy these coin packs for real money. Buy these coins with real money. Give us your money. Give us all your fucking money. And I always had an issue with games that do this. This one isn't as egregious as some, but I still think it's a little bit tight on the amount of coins you can earn in game. That is kind of pushing you down the route of actually paying real money to just get more coins to be able to unlock cards and buy stuff. So I've never been a fan of that. If they loosen it up a bit, I'd probably be a little bit happier with it. But it's not a detriment to the game. You still can play this game and never have to spend anything other than the money that you spent when you bought the copy of the game. Now, what about the price of this game? Well, if you got the regular version, it is $60. Okay. Now, if you went and got the Bloodline edition, that comes with all the DLC, including the Wyatt 6, early access, access to all the upcoming DLC packs and more. That's $130 for the Bloodline version. Now, the Deadman version, like I said, gives you some special Deadman cards and Undertaker characters, and you also get the DLC and some other stuff, and that's $100. So once again, I've never really been too big of a fan of when these studios do these multiple different versions of a game. But yeah, I'm okay with different versions. I just wish they would quit with the microtransactions on top of it. It really is stupid, or at least make it a little looser. At least make it to where I don't feel like I'm going to a damn casino and rolling the dice in hopes that I actually get something good. I mean, seriously, make it where the grinding isn't as vicious as it is. But in the end, I still have to say, pound for pound, WWE 2K25 is a massive game. It's very graphically impressive. It plays great. It's got a lot of stuff, a lot of content in it. And hands down, I like this way better than last year's game. There's a couple issues I talked about, which I don't care for, but nothing that actually destroys the game. So I can highly recommend that you go out and pick up WWE 2K25 today. If you love wrestling games and decent wrestling games, this is a pretty good one. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to thank each and every single one of you for watching these videos. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up, leave lots of comments below, and of course here at Devil Dog Gaming, we always end our videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.